Yo, what's good, guys? I just wanted to say thank you for the last support on my couple of videos. I appreciate it a lot, and hopefully this one will help you guys out because this is my first time doing a tutorial video. So hopefully that it's not horrible, and hopefully it actually comes out good. Another thing, this tutorial is actually just going to be focusing on motion controls. I am very sorry for non-stick players, but this video is trying to help you learn motion controls, and if you are already on motion controls, this is just going to help you make your aim better, so like snapping wise, tracking wise, all of that. For those of you who do use stick controls, I'm not saying that this is not the best way of playing, but if you do want to get better at the game with your sensitivity and your flicks, all of that, this is quite simply just the better alternative. This is just better. You can snap faster. Like, even though it's at max sensitivity, that's taking too long. That, you know what I'm saying? I can't get it straight. It's just really awkward. Nintendo's, if they added aim assist, maybe it would help it, but... So, yeah, this entire tutorial is just going to be focusing on motion controls and motion controls players only. So, anyways, now that we're out of that topic, here are the ways that you can get better. So the first way that you can actually do this is actually help out by your aim tracking. Now, what some people do is, even though you have motion controls and you can't really use sticks, motion controls are kind of only there to go up and down, because you can use the stick to go left and right. Obviously, you can go left and right. The motion controls with the sticks can help you go left and right. And something that a lot of people do, or at least I see what a lot of people doing, is when they're tracking somebody, they like using their stick control. They like using your stick instead of actually using their motion controls. Now, with motion controls, you go left, right, up, down. With stick controls, I mean, you can do the same thing, but it's just obviously not as fast. It doesn't have better movement. You cannot snap to people that fast. And it's just, motion controls is simply the better alternative. So, do not track people with your left stick on motion controls. Your motion controls are supposed to track for you, basically. As you can see, with motion controls, I can smoothly stay on this target here, and I cannot miss a single thing. When you are doing these drills, you need to make sure, when you're doing the tracking drills anyways, you need to make sure that your reticle is on it at all times, or else you're not really tracking the opponents. Now, in this case, it's not obviously an opponent, it's an orange cone, but you get where I'm coming from. Now, this one is really easy because not only is it the slowest one, it's just pretty simple. You don't really move your arms, you don't really move your wrists rather that fast. But this one right here is the fastest one. Now, you see with the fast one, not only will this tremendously help out your aim, but in scenarios, because this game is a very fast-paced game, but this is the best for just all scenarios, because quite simply, this is what you're going to be encountering most of the time. Like, you're not going to see people going this slow or that slow, you're going to see people going that fast in this game. Now, the reason why tracking is important, and the reason why we're learning this right now, is because people move in this game. The movement in this game is crazy. People do this, people do that, people do stop strafing, people do all of that. People go up walls, people climb up walls, jump off walls. It's honestly crazy. So these, especially in gunfights where you're jumping around like this, possibly with another shooter or just another weapon that can do that, tracking is going to be really, really, really helpful. Tracking is going to be really, really, really helpful. It's really just that simple. All you have to do is just follow it along. You can do this one up here, although that one is also pretty slow. I recommend the fast one so that you can just get better tracking and just better aim in general. That's just me though, personally. But yeah, you could practice any of those three if you really wanted to. I would start off with this one, then slowly get to the fastest one. So maybe that one, and then that one. Probably in that order, I would imagine. And yeah, that's to help out your tracking aim. Now let's go on to snapping to people. Okay, now what do I mean by snapping people? What I mean by snapping people is, let's just say there's a guy right here and I'm shooting him. Oh my goodness, I'm so good at this game. But let's just say there's a guy to the left of me. Now, I can kill this guy completely, right? But I have too slow of reaction time to bring my camera over here and shoot this guy. So I can kill this guy, but this guy will kill me. Now we are going to try to prevent that, and we are going to make sure that no matter how fast this guy comes to me first, I'm just simply better and I can just, like that, boom. Simple as that, just like that. So when you do these snapping drills, you kind of want to make sure you don't do the same thing every time. What do I mean by that, you ask? I mean by... you want to mix it up differently because obviously this is a shooter game. There's going to be someone to the left of you. There's going to be someone to the right of you. Hell, there might even be someone behind you that you need to push like that. It's really just that simple. So I would practice different angles. So instead of just going like that all the time, you probably want to go like snap to that guy, snap to that guy, snap to that guy, snap to that guy again, snap to that guy, so there. It's pretty simple, rather. You just kind of need to make sure that you need to make sure that every single time you're snapping, you are getting on your target. You are getting on your target. You're not going a little bit after, you're not going a little bit before. That's what happens to me sometimes. Sometimes I go a little bit before and it's like halfway, and you obviously don't want that to happen while you play the game. But snapping is just basically like flicking in FPS games. You know how when you're playing a game and some guys are like that and you just go instantly to another target like that, like it's nothing. That's what it basically is in this game, except obviously with motion controls. It's really just that simple. So once you practice your moving drills a couple times, and you practice your snapping drills all the times, I really missed that first one. Cut that out. Oh my goodness. Once you practice your snapping drills a couple times, and you get kind of good with it, you should be fine. If you find yourself going over too much, if you find yourself going below too much, going halfway too much, it could quite simply be because of your sensitivity. Now, sensitivity, that depends on you as a player. Somebody might like -2 as a sensitivity. Personally, me, I like it between the 4 range or maybe high. I tried with 3, and for me with 3, it gives me better tracking, but with 4 and up, it gives me better snapping to objects, and that just is really good. I like the balance of both seems pretty well. So I'm just gonna stick it with 4 right now so I can have a mix of both when I snap the things. But personally, like, sensitivity is really just for you as a player. Like, I can't really tell you what sensitivity is the best because I might think that sensitivity is the best for me, but you might think otherwise. You might think that just 1 is the best. I might think, somebody else might think that 3 is the best. I might think that 4 is the best. It really just depends on you as a player. If you think like slow gameplay and slow sensitivity is your thing, change the sensitivity down. That's obviously what you need to do. If you like fast more, maybe crank it a bit up. You know what I'm saying? You need to find what's yours. Personally, what I would do is I would go into a couple casual games, preferably so you don't use your rank and rank. So what I would do is I would just go into Turf War, maybe Salmon Run. I prefer Turf War though. You go into Turf War, you see if it needs to go a little bit faster or slower, and then you turn it down or up. It's really just that simple. I know this is kind of an abrupt ending, but thank you for watching and thank you for waiting until the end of the video. If you find any of these useful, please like and comment down and subscribe. This literally helps other people find the video, so if they're having trouble, you can help them. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down more suggestions and I'll do them. Thank you.